Dress for Success is an organization that started here in New York City 16 years ago by a young woman who was a law student at the time, and she got an inheritance from her great-grandfather of $5,000. And Nancy Lublin really did believe with $5,000 she was going to change the world. Now you fast forward that, and here we are 16 years later. We have 124 offices in 13 countries, and we serve about 60,000 women every year. So I guess you can say we really have changed the world.
My name is Nancy Lublin, and I'm the founder of Dress for Success.
It is time to dress for success, and this has nothing to do with designer labels. It is the national...
I saw Nancy on the news 14 years ago, and she was talking about this organization that gave suits to women who needed them. And I thought, well, how brilliant is that? I completely understood how powerful I felt as a new assistant district attorney in New York when I would go to work and put on my power suit. So I instantly wanted to donate a suit. I reached out that day to Nancy, called the number that was on the news, and spoke with her, and I went from suit donor to board member. She needed a lawyer on the board, so I joined the board. Within a year, I realized that for me, true justice was not going to be in the courtroom or the courthouse. That true justice was going to be changing the lives of women. And yes, maybe it starts with a suit, but it doesn't end with a suit. So I immediately left the work that I was doing to run the New York office of Dress for Success. And 3 years later, Nancy moved on from the organization, and I took over running the worldwide operations. Wonderful.
Yep, 8 to 10 a.m. and Stacey London is going to be our guest.
That's right. My senior year at Bishop Kelly, my mother put me into a beauty pageant. And I thought, I don't want to be in this pageant. But anyway, I joined the pageant. And I was the youngest person in the pageant. And when I was prepping for my interview for the pageant, they needed to know what I was going to major in. I hadn't even thought about what I was going to major in. I was a senior in high school. So I thought, okay, I'll say I'm going to major in journalism. So as I started to do my research about journalism, radio, television, broadcasting, I just thought, this actually would be a great field for me. And then realizing that the University of Oklahoma had a great program, it just felt like a natural fit. It was a big campus, a lot of people. It was beautiful, but it felt like a community. As large as it was, it felt like a community. So I was excited to be in Norman. You recall when, we were in school, splicing your tape with a razor. And I really left there with a level of confidence that I'm not certain I would have had if I wouldn't have been exposed to journalism. And so as I come to Dress for Success, I certainly do quite a bit of interviews. I do a lot of the media for the organization. It really puts me in a good position to be confident when I not only sit in front of a camera, but when I stand in front of a room. Rooms of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 leaders as I talk about issues related to women in the workforce and economic independence. I think the level of confidence I bring into the room really does come from the University of Oklahoma. A great handshake, beautiful eye contact, and tell them everything you've done at your past employers and why you should get the job. This is an enormous undertaking, being the leader of Dress for Success worldwide, and really shaping how women are treated in the workforce around the world. Especially women who come into this organization at some sort of disadvantage. I think when I left OU, I felt like I had the tools to be successful, but I certainly didn't ever dream of running a global organization. Now that I'm here, I can think of nothing else to do with my life than to continue to lead. So I think OU certainly gave me the tools, and so it's what I did with the tools that really has allowed me to succeed. Whew.
What about that play?
This one?
How's that?
I don't know. It is remarkable that when you give women a chance, sometimes a second chance, how they will prove you right. And so the women who walk through the doors at Dress for Success have proved me right nearly every time. That given a second chance at life, they will be better than they have ever been. And that's what Dress for Success is about. It isn't about clothing. It was when we started this organization. It was about the suit. But it's about the full transformation. It's helping her land a job, helping her keep a job, helping her succeed, helping her choose what school she's going to go to or how she's going to further her education or further her career. Really being a support system to women. That's what this organization's about. You have such a beautiful personality. And so for me, being at Dress for Success for 14 years has never been a day of work. It's been a day of passion. I love knowing that in some small way, every single day, there's something we're going to do at Dress for Success that's going to make a difference in someone else's life.